Good morning, this is Simon with FunnelBadass.com with video number 4, Redux, of my 90-day marketing and mindset video series. Now the reason why that's a Redux is because I am a former software engineer, and so I started with video number 0, and I've noticed that I've been storing file names for these videos, 003 for video number 4. And so, bonus, you're going to get 2 number 4s, and so I'll probably end up making this a 91-day video challenge, but not going to call it that. So 90-day video challenge. I'm doing marketing and mindset videos for you every single day, just to A, practice my own process here, and B, build out this system that I'm using to share this content, and C, hopefully provide something that's going to help you a little bit. Now, if you're somebody who has ever suffered from self-doubt, which I think means all of us, then I really want you to pay attention to what I'm going to teach you today, because this is something that, when I realized this, eliminated most of the self-doubt that I had going on at the time. I was caught in this trap, and you might feel the same way too, where I thought that I'm just getting started, or I've only been doing this for a little while. Who's going to listen to me? Who's going to want to hear what I have to say? And I found that the more you learn, the bigger your audience. Now that seems kind of intuitive, and you might feel like, oh, well, yeah, I know that. But I want to draw this out for you so that you can actually see what I'm talking about and realize that you don't have to be the guru to be able to help people. Okay, so let's pretend we have a line. This is the experience line. And up here, you have the guru. You know, the guy who's done this for 20 years. He started in whatever niche you're in the 80s, and he has, 18 billion followers, even though there's 7 billion people on the planet. This is the guy that everybody aspires to be, or at least move closer to. Probably a lot of extra work being that guy. I'd rather be here. But that's a thought for another story, another video. But let's say that right here is your basic noob. This is a guy who hasn't even ever opened a book on this stuff. Now, if you're in internet marketing, this might be the person who's like, what's a sales funnel? Or, how do I drive traffic? Brand new guy. Might also be in, say, the dieting niche. Might be somebody who is like, what are macros? Or what do you mean I can't have refined sugar? In the romance niche, it might be somebody who's like, just decided that they're going to stop being that awkward guy on the sidelines or awkward girl standing on the wall, and they want to develop the ability to have a conversation with somebody, but they don't have any idea to start. This is the brand newbie. Now let's say that you've been studying whatever your niche is, you've been studying it for 6 months, right? And so you're certainly not a guru, but you're not the noob either. You started to get some skills. Let's say that you're only right here. Okay? You're a little bit above the noob. But what that means is all of these people in that circle, everyone who falls on the experience line within that circle, is somebody that you're able to help. You can bring them closer to where you are. There's a story that I would love to tell you, and in fact, if I had thought about it when I was creating this video idea, I would have absolutely looked it up. But there was a teacher in like Harvard, and he taught an advanced sociology class for years. And in an interview late in his life, he was asked how he got started, and he confessed that he had no idea what sociology even was. He said simply applied for it and bluffed his way into it. And when they said, well, how were you able to teach it? He said, all I had to do was be one chapter ahead of my students. Right? As long as you're one chapter ahead of this guy, you can help him. If you're one chapter ahead of the person immediately behind you, you can help them. And the goal of this is not to come off as the goal of being an influencer is not about, hey, let's see how polished I can be, or how perfect I can make people think I am. Perfection comes with practice. Remember, see? Perfection comes with practice. Practice makes perfect, and if you haven't practiced, you're not going to be perfect. So don't try to be. Because when you try to be perfect and you're not, the inauthenticity comes through. Right? If you're up here and you read a book or study a new course or in some way increase your knowledge, you've increased the amount of people that you can help. And you've gained a little bit more practice, and you can be a little bit more authentic in your knowledge base. You see how this works? You can constantly help everyone who is coming up behind you, who started the day after you did. You can help them. The point behind being an entrepreneur is not to be the guru. It's to help people. So when you get out there and you start creating content and you're stumbling over your words or you're misnumbering your files, remember this. Remember that you don't have to be perfect, because perfection is a trap. When you think you have to be perfect, you'll look at something that you've created and say, ooh, I don't like that. Maybe I'll have to shoot this video again. I stumbled over a quote, or I should have looked up that story. You know what? I'm going to teach this exact same thing, probably around video 40 or 50. And by then, I'll have that story down. That's the point behind, for me, this 90-day challenge. And I encourage you to participate in this challenge. If you would like to do a 90-day video challenge where you talk about just random topics in your niche just for your own sake to practice, hit me up in the comments. I'll help you get started. I actually have a number of resources that will help you get started. It'd be fairly simple. And hey, look, I don't have that ready for you. So if you hit me up in the comments, I'll get it. And next time I do any kind of conversation about doing this video challenge, I'll have it ready for you. My commitment to you. Practice makes perfect. Help the people behind you. Don't worry about looking like the people in front of you. There's a great quote that says, never compare your now to somebody else's middle. Right? If you're looking at the guru and this is his middle and you're not there yet, you're only hurting yourself. So be authentic, share your knowledge, share your value, help the people that you can help. The rest will come later. All right? So that's today's video. Hope you got value out of this. If you like what you heard, if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit subscribe. Tap the bell. Make sure you get notified when I come out with new content. And I will see you on the next video. Simon out.